In a 7th position, and it's cold this time around, and we are pushing flat out, trying to get some positions at the start, and it looks like we are able to get past a few cars. So let's keep going, and let's keep going forward, and not. Hello and welcome back to the channel, and yet time for the episode 4 of season 104. We are still in Master 1 and we are still racing, but if you haven't checked the previous episodes, go and check them out first, otherwise you might get some spoilers in this video coming up now. Let's start with taking a look at the season standings, and so far we have scored 13 points and we are in the top 10 of the championship, and we had a lovely podium last time, and hopefully in the upcoming races we get some lovely cold weather where we can get a very nice result. And of course let's take a look at the driver training as well. For the upcoming race my driver needs some energy, so we need to do a spa resort, so we can't train for fitness class to get some stamina, so we need to do the spa resort because we need the energy to be racing flat out. So let's confirm that, and we got the energy back, and let's go racing. And race 13 of the season here at Branch Hatched, qualified in 11th, and at the start gained a few positions into 4th, which becomes a 6th position. But we are doing a silly 3-stop strategy that might not work if everyone else is doing 2 stops or something like that. So we'll see what happens, but so far we are in a 6th position early in the race, and we are into traffic. I think we can't really do our own pace, but it's, yes, we have cleared the train, but now my tires have gone off, so it's almost a pit stop time, and here we are into the pits, and it looks like we are the only one that does a 3 stops, so the strategy most likely won't work. And we had a driving mistake, lovely, and yes. So strategy doesn't work. I don't think I have the overspeed to clear that many cars, to be honest, and also there might be some blocking as well. So yes, basically the race is done. Let's see what we can get out of it. Anything close to a top 10 won't be possible for sure. And so far we are in 21st. Yes, here we have the cars that are making a stop, or even, yes, but we are doing our 2nd stop, and we are back down to 27th. Yes, so I can clearly see midway the race that I'm finishing in about 25th or 26th position or something like that. There's not really anything else we can salvage from this. Of course we are gaining some positions now, but that is just because the cars are making their stops or having a driver mistake or something like that. But we are coming in for our last pit stop here, and back out on track in a 26th position, and no car in front and really no car behind, but we gain a position into 25th because of a pit stop, and it looks like we are finishing the race in a 25th position. And yes, so that's basically it. There's not that much more that was possible at 25th position for this race. And of course we take a look at the race analyze for race 13 of the season here at Branch Hatch, qualified 11th, 7th after the start, 65 CT, with a silly 3-stop strategy that clearly didn't work. Yes, also ran out of energy. Bad pit stop times for the amount of fuel that we tanked, but at the end the energy was pretty okay at the end, so maximized it. And we have a weather update for the next race. The next race at the Nurburgring, it will be cold, but most importantly it will be dry. So this should be ideal conditions for my tires, and they should be the best. And we should be able to get points or a podium. Race 14 of the season here at the Nurburgring, qualified in a 7th position, and it's cold this time around, and we are pushing flat out, trying to get some positions at the start, and it looks like we are able to get past a few cars. So let's keep going, and let's keep going forward and not backwards, damn it, but we can try it again. Yes, lovely here in the inside, no, outside here. Yes, keep going. Yes, one more please, one more, keep going. Doesn't look like it, but at the end of lap 1 we are in 2nd position. Yes, that was indeed an amazing start, gaining 5 positions on the opening lap, going from 7th to 2nd, and now we have lost a few positions because we aren't boosting, and it seems like we don't have the pace to follow the cars in front, and there is only really one car behind me closely. After that there is a gap opening as well, and yes, here we can see the gap, so only one car behind us, and we are doing a two-stop strategy this time, hoping to pit at lap 20 or lap 21 if I'm a lap longer. Yes, lap 21, here we are in the pits, and the gap has become bigger, so that means that my pit crew has done a better job, but that's also positive. So now we can't get a driver mistake anymore because there isn't a car closely in front and a car closely behind, so we won't have any more driver mistakes this race, but sadly the pace isn't good enough to follow the cars in front, so it looks like we are getting a P4 quite early on in the race at about the second pit stop time, and here we are. Yes, at back out on track in 6th position, but a few cars still need to make their stop, and yes, back into the 4th position. Yes, about 10 seconds in front of us they are the Golden cars, and completely no pressure from behind. We got a little bit closer. If we get anything more, we need to be very lucky for a car to break down or retire, but we don't hope that at all. So it looks like we are, yes, we have finished the race in a lovely 4th position where we have been the entire race, basically. And let's take a look at the race analyze for race 14 of the season here at the Nurburgring. Qualified in a 7th position, and then 2nd after the start, 65 CT. Basically ran out of energy, but not quite. A best pit stop of the race, and in the end finished in a lovely 4th position, and we got some decent points on the board. And we have a weather update for the upcoming race, and sadly it's going to be most likely a full wet race, so we aren't pushing, so that means that we are able to do the fitness training yet again. Today's video is sponsored by... Oh wait, I don't have any sponsors. Subscribe now! Race 15 of the season here at Imola, qualifying 2 was wet and qualified in a 35th position, and the race should be fully wet, and we don't have any driver that likes to race in the wet, so we are most likely going to be finishing last or very close to it, so we won't have any pace, and in the end we managed to finish the race in last position of the cars that we are still running. It's 37th position, and of course we can take a look at the race analyze, but there is not really that much to show. We qualified 35th, used 0 risk, energy isn't a problem, raced all race long, we did a pit stop but it doesn't matter, and in the end we finished last and didn't make any money really. Race 16 of the season, qualified in a 36th position because of some rain in qualifying, and in the race it will be raining quite a lot, so we aren't pushing. So in the end we finished the race in a 33rd position, not using any risk, and that's everything we could do. So let's check out the race analyze for race 16 of the season. Yes, we started down the field. Half of the race was wet with wet tires, so didn't make any sense to be pushing at all, and in the end we finished 33rd. And let's take a look at the weather update for the last race of the season. Yes, here at Monaco it's most likely going to be raining some point in the first 25% of the race, and after that my driver doesn't know how to drive, so sadly we won't be pushing in the last race of the season. Before we go to race 17, I have an announcement to make. If it wasn't clear yet, we are going to be relegating back to Pro, hopefully. Yes, we will be doing this by spending some money and being into negative balance after race 17 of the season. But first we need to do some spending. Maybe we will be looking to hire a driver already for Pro, so that we don't need to do that next season. So we'll see what we will do, and of course we need to make sure that we spend enough, but not too much money. In order to relegate, I have decided to spend some money on some contract offers. So we have offered 2 drivers a contract and a technical director. Yes, and so that we can hopefully get the driver for next season already. And we are very hopeful that we have a nice, decent result with it. So far, we should be expecting no offers on them anymore, so hopefully we can win them. Yes, and we had the success. We had to pay some money for the new driver and some compensation for the old one, and we got the technical director, so we have spent some money. So currently we have 6 million in the bank. We are doing fitness training with the new driver, and we need to don't forget that we are currently 8 in the standings, so we get prize money after race 17, which we need to spend as well. Otherwise, we will be into the positive balance. So I think I need to spend about 11 million. Let's invest some money into a car part. I think we can afford to buy the suspension level 7 for next season, and the electronics. Wait, we can't afford the electronics. We need to stay positive after the car update, so let's only buy the suspension. And yes, the lovely, we still have 1 million left over to spend. We are still positive, so that makes it easier to spend. And I decided to buy some facilities, so let's get some commercial and let's get some pit stop training center. That should be plenty of money. Yes, let's do level 69. That should put us down to about almost 9 million into negative, and the limit for facilities in Pro is 60, so anything over we will be compensated for in the next season, so we will get some of this money back without spending it. And I think this should ensure that we are decent enough into the negative balance that we won't get a positive bank balance after the race, so that is quite important. Otherwise we don't relegate and we are stuck in Master for a season with the PP Rally where we can't do anything, so we want to avoid that. Race 17 of the season here at Monte Carlo, qualified in a 34th position, and the race will be starting in dry conditions, and then it should be raining somewhere in the race, so we aren't pushing this race. And also we want to finish low in the order, and we have managed to finish the race in a 29th position, and hopefully that isn't too high. We'll see in a moment in the race analyze. Race analyze for the race 17 of the season. Here we go. We qualified 34th position, not using any risk. It's a lovely new driver. Of course, energy is fine. The rain came a little bit late. The car didn't break as early as I was expected, and in the end, 29th position. And that was finishing position 1 place too high, as we haven't managed to finish the season into negative balance. We just got positive after the race, so sadly we won't be relegating, whilst we wanted to. Let's take a look at the season standings after race 17 of the season, and in the end we finished the season in an 8th position overall with 18 points, and we scored points in 3 races when it was cold enough and we didn't mess up the strategy. Overall I think the season was pretty hot with quite a lot of wet weather. Also, you needed to score basically a point to retain. So yes, sadly we got it into negative money, so we stayed in Master 1, so let's see what we can do next season in Master 1. But first, end of season stuff. And let's get going with the end of season. We'll be starting with the driver that we had for 16 races of the season. We did some testing, and when we could, we did fitness training, because he was old and every race he's losing his stamina. It was quite hard to keep up his stamina to a decent enough level that you needed to train a lot of fitness. And the season earnings, so we earned 299 million. Yes, of course, the earnings are the most important thing. If you want to make money, we got almost 47 million in sponsor income, but that was basically all in the first 9 races of the season. Yes, and then we have, of course, the expenditure. Yes, of course, it's more, but we plan to spend it all and relegate, which sadly didn't happen. Yes, so here we spent the money on all of this stuff. Of course, the tires are one of the most expensive things that you can cut on if you go for something else that is less expensive. If we take a look at my economic history, we can see that we got some earnings after race 17, but those are all okay. And then we have the prize money for finishing 8th in the season. We calculated for that. Yes, but sadly I only did 1 practice lap. I could have done more, and then we would have been into negative money, and then it would all be okay. But sadly I didn't think about it. I thought it was okay. So sadly we didn't get negative, and we didn't relegate this season, whilst I wanted to relegate. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon, and check out one of these videos if you haven't, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Goodbye!